Ms. Lekhi, you spoke about distribution being the issue and not water. If you could tell us more about it.
I was reading somewhere that the requirement of water in Delhi is 1200 million gallons, and we produce 800 to 900 ourselves, and rest is coming from Haryana. So it is not the water per se which is an issue, but the distribution itself. And I have come across at least 2 such localities in my own constituency where the foundation of homes have got flooded. So foundation of homes cannot get flooded until and unless there is some leakage of the sort, because on one side the water table in Delhi is going down, on the other side the water table is coming up in certain homes. It can only be possible until unless there is a leakage of some sort. And I think to check the leakages all across, Delhi in the past years have not done enough, and that's some area where we need to work at. And of course recycling the water and harvesting the water. The unfortunate part of Delhi water management is that we do have stormwater drains, but those drains ultimately land up in the common nala, the sewage. The drain water also lands up there and the sewage also lands up there, and because of this the water gets polluted, Yamuna gets polluted, and the distribution itself becomes unhealthy. And if I think for the water wars, those are some solution which we should work at and see to it that no amount of water gets wasted, and people have a real stake in the water management, which is also a cause of concern. And enlightened and careful citizens is the way forward. The other aspect which I was talking about was about sustainable development. I think energy crisis is something which the world fears all over, but as long as human beings live, there will be no dearth of defecating material, the animal defecation, the biomass which is available in terms of wasted leaves, and especially for Delhi where most of the trees are deciduous trees, so we have a lot of foliage available, a lot of domestic waste, organic waste which is available. So if we can set up methanization plants locally in a more decentralized format, where you don't have to carry that garbage and sewage to distant places worth several thousand crores of plants. You can have a few hundreds and thousands of local plants available on the drains, etc. Then you clean up Yamuna, and you also clean up the water, and you also produce your own LPG and CNG locally, where you can run the stations and utilize that as a resource. So there's a huge amount of possibilities, provided people start looking at waste as a resource. And I believe some companies were set up some time back who still hold the license of collecting waste, but in truth nothing much has been done on the ground, and a lot of money and finances have been wasted. And I think Delhi as a city, and which is a lesson for most metros, the waste management is a very big opportunity if we choose to seize.
If you are to suggest or give 3 major solutions for it, what would it be?
I have not tested it, but that I think landfill to gas fill is one solution. Biomass to fossil fuel is the other solution. Methanization process and production of LPG and CNG is the third solution.
Just the last question here. Few do's and don'ts for startup entrepreneurs or aspiring entrepreneurs who intends to join this field, community service or healthcare for that matter.
You know, I think low money does not mean low technology, and that is the principle on which the startups should work at. And we are of course seeing a lot of startups in the field of IT and e-commerce and all that. I think the way forward is the real technological know-how, where solutions are given locally, and especially in the area of waste management, so that the local waste management becomes imperative.